Hello, knife people. I have two pieces of this Bark River classic drop point hunter knife simulating loveless drop point hunter knife. It's much better than the real loveless hunter because of this convex bevel and this A2 steel. Handle will be the same. I once used the real one from my friend courtesy friendship. He lent me his precious knife for my joy. It was pretty nice, but took microchips for 40C stainless steel. This is A2. It's a better steel. And G10 heavy material is nicer, maybe. In some cases, heaviness helps my dear dressing. Handle heavy weight is assisting my cutting. It's a light knife. Ball, ammonia ball handle. I purchased this knife for winter. In snow winter, G10 is very cold. Wood is nicer. So I prepared this knife for the deployment. But these two knives from the factory had a micro bevel. Fortunately, this micro bevel was weaker. So when I used this knife to deer out of the box, it was not impressively sharp, kind of dull. But after that, I stopped this knife on the sandpaper. Maybe I remember that it was 600, starting from 600 or 1000, not very coarse. Then I was able to make it a very keen edge. As you can see it has a mirror polishing area on the edge portion. It is done by a sandpaper, fine paper. Oh, just a moment. It is now satisfying my sharpness standard. Very, very sharp. It's a nice edge. And for the snowy winter, for warmness in coldness, I prepared this knife the day before yesterday. As you can see this logo is scratched off, kind of. I regrind this bevel from this high line gradually to the bevel, to the edge, because it had a relatively large micro bevel compared to this knife. Different. Bark River's current micro bevel issue is their quality control issue, not intended issue. So piece by piece, the micro bevel size is different. It's larger than this one. So it is okay now. Just a little stropping on the finer sandpaper did it perfectly. The problem is this knife. As you can see it, higher polish line, higher starting line. And I hope you can see this blade height is lower than this one. And the same thickness. This one, blade height is 24 millimeters. This one, 26 millimeters, 2 millimeters narrower than this one, pink one. I hope you can compare the difference. So, this primary bevel is steeper than this one, very shallow. And furthermore, it happened to have a deeper, larger micro bevel. So, this reprofiling I did the day before yesterday was not sufficient. It doesn't satisfy my sharpness standard now. Strong resistance from the paper. It is okay. So, I will need to do more reprofiling from higher line aggressively to this narrower drop point hunter. Waterstone sharpening, waterstone edge reprofiling is needed in my assessment. And waterstone sharpening is prone to making a shallower belly line. Prone to straighten the belly line. This belly line is a bit too deep for my preference. Gurney line is better to me. Same. Gurney line, I like. Gurney line very much. This line, Gurney line very much. This S35VN Gurney did not come with a micro bevel at all. So, it keeps factory made beautiful bevel and scary sharp. Just a little strapping make it scary sharp. Huh. Not so much. Anyway, this doesn't have a micro bevel. I confirmed under the microscope. New one, not yet used. Just strapped. Anyway, this will need regrinding from a high line. I'll do it from now. Oh, I need to compare the belly curvature. This is my best belly curvature. This is deep, much deeper. So this back strap removing is slower than Gurney. So the shallowing of the belly line is no problem. So I don't need to hesitate using water stone to reprofile this bevel geometry at all. Okay, here we go. I always like to start with this stone, 150 grit green carbide stone. As you can see, this portion is ground, but the very edge portion is remaining, not sanded. You know, I keep flat angle on this stone. My natural hand moving, not intended, and this concave shape is expected to make a natural shallow convex bevel on it. And I didn't say about it that this flat portion is wider than regular one, than the other pink handle one. So this bevel is starting from a low line here. That is another reason for this edge dullness, edge angle largeness. I estimate it will take 10 minutes or so. It's A2 still, not reread. As I have said repeatedly that waterstone sharpening is a fuzzy stuff. Angle, speed, not a big deal. Just do it. Angle, stability, no need for a convex edge. Nearly done. Stone flatness, no need for a convex edge. Stone moving, okay, no problem. Just a bit more around the belly portion. The essential thing is no compromise. I don't raise the spine side. Just depending on my natural hand swing and this concave curvature. This will take a very good natural convex bevel, full height convex bevel. Nearly done. 1 more minute. Done. It is done. The initial edge reprofiling is done. As you can see it. No remaining shining edge line. Zero grind, convex. Okay, No problem. Go to the next stone. This Chosera 2000, no, 800 stone is my most favorite stone. This sharpening feel is very comfortable. And please look at this angle, convex angle. This angle and this angle. My natural hand rolling made this convex bevel intentional. Up and down slightly, and this one not intentional, so very difficult to explain. Up and down, maybe it, yes, up and down a bit. My hand rolls naturally. This is my favorite stone finished pattern on the bevel. A bit coarse around here and along the flat portion. No problem. Okay. Well, very, very keen edge on it. Okay. Recently, back weaver's back bevel. It is apex. Here, back bevel is thicker than before. Or comes with a micro bevel, or comes in a fat geometry. Anyways, in conclusion, back weaver's current edge angle is larger in general, which doesn't satisfy my needs. And not all the cases. This case, S35V and Gani, came in very keen edge from the factory. No secondary micro bevel. Zero grind convex edge from the factory. In contrast, this one came with a flat micro bevel. I needed to get rid of it. We grind it from the spine, from the high line. Total bevel reprofiling was needed to get this sharpness. This one too. It came with a pretty large micro bevel and fatter geometry. This side, the primary grind starts lower to the edge, and this side, larger micro bevel was made than this side. Anyway, this side was harder to make this shallow bevel. This one happened to have a small problem, not large. So, a slight reprofiling. I remember I used a fine sandpaper. Anyway, a small reprofiling made it a sharp edge. You know, total reprofiling. Generally, my total reprofiling makes the belly line this line shallower. As you can see. But this case, this one kept its belly line very well. And almost always my reprofiled edge angle is smaller than the original one. Nearly the same. A bit smaller in my observation, finger observation. Extremely sharp. Not so sharp as this one, my homemade one. Factory edge. Extremely sharp. My homemade one. Nearly the same, but this can be a bit sharper. This S35VN Garni's factory edge is superb, super excellent, out of the box. Anyway, the wrong edges are not wrong. By means of my increasing of sharpening technique, my first trouble edge was Ontario AFSK, Air Force Survival Knife. And it had a large angle, 40 degree. And the second primary bevel was 30. So to make it sharp enough, total grinding, Scandinizing was needed. And I got 32.3 degree angle edge. Recently, Bark River came with a ridiculously large angled micro bevel, sometimes over 35 degrees. Then I need edge reprofiling. In some cases, total bevel reprofiling like this or like this. But I can manage to do it. What I can manage to do is this handle, this beautiful and functional handle, contour and material and ergonomics impossible for me. And this basic design and basic convex grind, I cannot make these things by myself. I totally depend on the Bark River company. So I love Bark River knives very, very much. Despite that, I need to regrind the bevel like this. No problem. It's a small issue. Bark River is always great, still great. I think only Bark River can give me this joy of correcting, this joy of using in the field. This basic property or potential is great. All Bark River knives are great. I happen to collect hunting knives, but other people will collect other kind of knives. Maybe they are all great. I love Bark River knives and I will love Park River knives as well for the future too. Okay? Thank you very much for watching. See you again. Bye bye.